guys from land and sea. How are you? Are you guys good? Keep it going for your host. Give it up. Yeah? Happy Women's History Month. Is everyone celebrating by hating men? Okay, no. Just me? Okay, cool. Listen, I love that guy. Great beard. I just got back from, I was on the road. I just got back, and I'm happy to be back in New York City, but I was on the road, and I was in the Midwest with a male comedian for 2 weeks, which was enlightening. He had a lot of thoughts and opinions to share with me, which is very rare for a straight man. Unheard of, really. And one night in Wisconsin, the most romantic state, he turned to me and he was like, hey, I just want to say, if I was your husband, I would never allow you. I know. First off, great start, you know what I mean? He goes, if I was your husband, I would never allow you to go on the road with a man. I said, if I was your wife, I would kill myself. Thank you. It's funny how men and women have differing opinions on things, you know? I made sure that he addressed me as mother for the rest of the trip, as God would want. And I made also sure that my husband signed my permission slip for me to be here tonight. So thank you. Thank you, Papa. I do have a husband, which is wild that I snagged a man. I found one, yes. Someone chose me, Mama. I do have a husband. He doesn't really allow me to do things because I keep him in a cage, but we are in an open relationship. How do you guys feel about that? Are you guys like, ooh, okay. One other slut in the crowd. Thank you. I was looking for the other whores. Thank you, ma'am. I see you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I like it. I like to be in an open relationship. It's very fun. It requires a lot of trust, a lot of communication. Before we got married, he was like, listen, Madelein, I know that you're a woman about town. You know what I mean? He was like, I want you to be wild and free. You can do whatever you want. And he was like, if you want to have sex with other people, it's okay with me. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I was going to do it anyway. But thank you so much for allowing it. I do like to be married, though. It's very good. You have like your buddy system in place, right? You have your buddy. You have someone who can help you. And I know I shouldn't admit this as a strong feminist woman, but I do need his help sometimes with things. Like, for example, I don't know what to do when a car breaks down. And my car broke down in a town in upstate New York where there were a lot of juggalos. So I was doing a show there, my career skyrocketing at the time. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, how do you fix a car? I don't know. And I know as a strong, independent woman, I should just rip the tire off with my labia. As Susan B. Anthony would have wanted. But I don't know how to do that. So I was like, oh, what do I do? I don't know what to do. But thankfully, you guys, in the car was my husband and two of his friends. And they were all super drunk. Drunk, straight men, the most helpful of men. Sir, please, I love your beard. The most confident of men, right? And they got very excited, right? They were like, oh, Madelein, okay, all right. We learned about this in man school, okay. All right, listen, damsel, it's your battery, it's your alternator, it's your car. You know what? I'm gonna stick my penis in it. It's gonna be fine, don't worry. They were like, Madelein, put it into neutral. We'll push it. So I did. I put it into neutral, and they did. They pushed it into another person's car. So, I love it. Beautiful. I got it towed, and I found that for me, conversely from straight men, when I go into a car repair shop, I really set my gender back, and I'm so sorry, ladies, but the thing about me is I'm a comedian and I have no money. So they were like, it's gonna be $700. And I was like, well, okay, well, this car is worth $30. So maybe we could work out some kind of a deal. I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I was very afraid. I became like a 1940s housewife, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. But if you're in a bind, I'll just give you an example. I was like, oh geez, boys. Well, I don't know much about automobiles, you see. Well, all I know about is baking pies and love making with my mouth. Boys. They were like, ma'am, please put your mouth away. Nobody asked for that. And then they knocked it down for me because they were very afraid. It was great. It was great. I went to school for musical theater. And, okay, one other person who regrets every decision they ever made. How's it go? Is it going well for you, wooing person?
I just wanted to support you. I like musical theater.
Oh, thank you. Okay, you're like, I got a real degree, but I just wanted to validate you. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. I like musical theater too. Thank you. Thank you. Well, let me tell you, I got a degree in musical theater and, wait for it, creative writing. The two most lucrative careers. And then when I graduated, I was much chagrined to realize that they were not hiring at the musical theater factory. And I was like, what? So much money, was it worth it? And then, I decided my grandma's money, well spent, well spent. And I wanted to prove to my grandma that the $60,000, I was like, listen, it was worth it. So what I decided, I was like, I want to show you what I learned in my 4 years at SUNY Fredonia. Thank you. State school, thank you. I did more than just drink UV blue, okay? I also learned how to do covers of Nicki Minaj songs as Julie Andrews. I know this isn't really a marketable skill, but I'm going to do it for you guys right now. I'm going to do a little bit. And you tell me how much money you think I'm going to make doing it. Okay. And please don't try to leave because I have locked all the exits. This is, my grandma's very proud of me. This is Super Bass by Nicki Minaj, as covered by Julie Andrews. So. This one is for the boys with the booming system. Top-down AC with a cooling system. When he come in the club, he be blazing up. He got stacks on deck like he saving up. And he ill, he real, he might cut a deal. He pop bottles and he got the right kind of build. He cold, he dope. He might sell coke. He always in the air, but like coach, he motherfucking drip, sell those chip. When he make a drip, kiss him on the lip. That's the kind of dude I was looking for. And yes, you get smacked if you're looking ho. Thank you, Julie Andrews. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What do you guys think? Is it a lucrative career choice? Thank you. Thank you. I will give that applause to my grandma. I'm sure it will make up for all the money. One more thing before I go, I want to tell you guys I've been living in New York City for a year, and I have not experienced very much street harassment, which is good. Street harassment is bad. It's a bad thing. But when you move to a city that's known for its street harassment, and then you don't get any, you're like, I wore my best Forever 21 frock today. Why did no one choose me? And I was thinking that, and I was like, I got it a lot worse where I'm from. I'm from upstate New York. I got it a lot worse. Because I think in Rochester, I'm like an 8. I think in New York City, I'm like a -5. So I got it a lot worse in Rochester. One time in Rochester, I was waiting outside a bar for my friend to get her life together. She was dancing to Kesha. She was throwing up a little bit, Her name is Erica. If you're a white woman, you have this friend. So I was waiting for Erica to get her life together when I was approached by a young gentleman, by a young scholar, a young squire. He came up to me and he said something so romantic. Please feel free to say it to your partner later tonight. He said, hey, do you want to watch me put my dick on things? And I said, but of course. But what things? You know, I gotta know what things. A chopping block, of course, always, every day. But what things specifically did you want? And he goes, I'm gonna put my dick on everything. And he goes like this, everything, to signify the planet Earth, he said. On everything. And then he says, starting with your face. And I was like, oh. My porcelain cheek? Oh, well, don't I feel like the belle of the ball? So, whatever hath I done to deserve such an honor, you know? An honor. So I didn't know what to say. I was very afraid. I walked away from him. Which was not the right thing to do. He was upset. He was distraught. He went over to his friend. He was like, "Go, screw her. She's too fat. She's too fat anyway." And I was like, oh, I didn't realize there was a weight requirement for a penis upon the face. But I'm too fat to ride the ride. You know, life isn't fair. Life isn't fair for me, for Madelein. When will it be my turn, you know? When will it be my turn? And then his friend came up to me. Because you know when you're out with your bra, you gotta defend your bra. You know, is that how straight men talk? I don't know. But he came up to me and he said, "Hey, bitch." Which is my Christian name. Thank you. Madelein Bitch Smith. Thank you. What my mother named me. He said, "Hey, bitch, learn to take a compliment." I know, isn't it like amazing time to be alive, you know? To be a woman in New York. He said, learn to take a compliment. I was like, oh my God, is that how you give a good, clean, Christian compliment? Had I known, I would be like, sir, don't worry, we don't have to look at each other, but you know I love your beard. Sir, as I mentioned, love your beard, love your head, very shiny. Would you mind if I place just one labia? Just the longer one. Against your porcelain cheek. Is that okay? Are you? No? Okay, all right. You know what? Maybe learn to take a compliment. Thank you so much.